What's up, Endurifiers? This is Mario, and I'm back with another episode of Endurify. And this morning is Saturday. I was supposed to go on about a 2 hour and 30 or 2 hour and 45 minute bike ride, but I looked at the weather last night and I saw that there was like 80% chance of rain starting this morning at about 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and I knew that I wanted to get my bike ride done. And so what do you do in that situation? So first of all, one of the main things that I recommend is, in this scenario, if you have a long bike ride planned for Saturday, long run planned for Sunday, instead of just like sticking to your program, what you can do is you can swap days. So if you know that it is, going to be better the next day, so Sunday morning, if it's not going to be raining that day, I could have done the longer run this morning and then done the longer bike tomorrow. For me personally, I don't mind running in the rain, but biking in the rain is just a little bit more dangerous, and I try and avoid that. The other thing is, since my run was going to be shorter, it was going to be about an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and 30 instead of the 3 hours, then I would have been able to, maybe fit that in either in the morning with the rain or later after it had been done raining. But I just kind of decided that I kind of wanted to experiment with a longer training ride indoors. And so I've seen a lot of my clients are kind of, starting to use trainers, and some of them are using long bike rides indoors. And honestly, I don't have a lot of experience with that, so I wanted to kind of test it out for myself. So I just kind of wanted to talk about how that went and what are some things that you can do to pass time on long training rides indoors. And so just kind of want to walk through that. So first of all, if you haven't listened to any of the previous podcasts, then you might not realize, but I have a KICKR Core indoor smart trainer, and I have Zwift, and I'm a huge fan of Zwift. I finally upgraded to the KICKR Core last year, I think in October, and have absolutely loved it. And so having that trainer and having Zwift has made indoor rides like infinitely better, because before I just had a magnetic trainer, and it is like literally after about 20 or 30 minutes, just the most painful, boring, just not fun workout. But having a smart trainer like really changes the game. And so, how do you prepare for a 2 hour and 45 minute indoor ride? So there's a couple of things. And I think first it kind of starts with your mindset. If you go into it with like, oh, this is going to suck. It's going to be 2 hours and 45 minutes indoors. How the heck am I going to do this? Then guess what? It's actually going to suck. So the way that I was kind of approaching it is, I went in with the mentality of this is an experiment. I want to learn from it. I want to see how it's going to go, and I want to learn and I want to get better. That was one thing that I went in with that mindset. The second thing is I viewed it as kind of an opportunity to test out my nutrition on my long bike, because I am like 4 or 5 weeks out from my half Ironman Des Moines, and I wanted to kind of simulate the nutrition on the bike. And I'm using Infinite Nutrition. So I had 3 bottles, 1 per hour. And I wanted to kind of start with that. So the main thing here is just to set an intention for your workout. Go in with a specific goal for that workout. I went in with kind of the mindset of this is an experiment and I want to learn, and I want to test out my nutrition on my long bike. So that's the first thing that I would say. Then the second thing that I would say is take advantage of being indoors and riding on your trainer, and try and learn something. So for me, I typically listen to podcasts or audiobooks, and today I listened to a course, and I was able to get 2 hours of learning in while I was on the bike. The other kind of 45 minutes, I was just listening to music. I was talking to Emily, and I was talking to my daughter who came in and said hi. And so that's kind of the next thing is try and combine something that is productive. And so I was able to kind of get 2 hours of learning in about how to you know how to run a course and a challenge. I've been taking some training on that. And so that is one of the best ways to just pass time. Instead of just listening to music, you can do something productive while you're also exercising, and you just get the kind of double benefit of doing that. So that's kind of the second thing that I would recommend. The third thing is take a break in the middle. I was reading kind of on Reddit forums, a lot of people trying on longer indoor rides. They'll like get up, they'll stretch, they might do a little quick strength training. I just got up about an hour and a half into it, and I just used the bathroom quick, and then I jumped right back on my bike. And it was just a good way to kind of break things up. So, don't be afraid to like just get out, stretch, because when you're riding outdoors, a lot of times because of traffic, you find yourself kind of stopping and starting a little bit more. Whereas when you're on, your trainer, you don't have to have those different starts and stops. You just kind of keep going. So it's okay to take a quick little break in the middle of it. So that's kind of a third thing that I would recommend. And then the fourth thing that I would recommend is treating your nutrition as a way to kind of break up the ride and try and breaking up the ride mentally. So instead of saying, I'm going to ride 2 hours and 45 minutes or 3 hours, you can kind of break it up and say, I am going to, do 3 1-hour rides. And every 20 minutes, I'm going to practice my nutrition. So that was kind of the way that I mentally broke it up. I had 3 bottles of Infinite Nutrition. My first bottle was for my first hour, second bottle for the second hour, third bottle for the last 45 minutes. It just having that kind of mindset of breaking it down into, 3 1-hour rides and having the bottles, drinking the bottle every 20 minutes was just like a simple way to take a big task and break it down into 20-minute increments. So I was just kind of drinking fluids every 15 to 20 minutes until I finished one of those bottles. And then I moved on to the second one. And then finally, I kind of finished it up with the third one. So, and then after going through that whole process, I was done. And I was actually really glad that I got up early, got up at about 5 a.m. To get this ride in so that I could get my workout done. And then when I was done, took a shower and then had breakfast with my family. So those are just kind of wanted to talk through like how that experiment went and how the long ride was, and just kind of what I learned kind of along the way and what I've learned from doing some indoor rides. So, if you find yourself in a situation, you've got to get your workout in, but it's raining or, it's just not working out where you're able to ride outside and you need to get your ride done indoors, then these are a few tips that I want to share with you. And just kind of to recap, the first one is kind of make sure that you have an intention and a goal for your workout, and make sure that you're going in with the right mindset for this long workout. That's the first thing. Second thing is to make sure that you're taking advantage of that time and you're doing something that's going to make you feel productive. You can listen to podcasts, you can listen to audiobooks, you can listen to courses, you can pull things up on YouTube. Use that as a time to learn and get better. Because when you have that productive time and you're working out, you get that double benefit. The third thing is to not be afraid to just take a little break in the middle of it. Go to the bathroom, stretch your legs, get up. You can do some quick push-ups or something, just break up your ride a little bit. And then the fourth thing is to take that big goal down, break it into smaller chunks, and use your nutrition as a way to break that up. So those are just a few things that I learned and I'm thinking about as I'm thinking about doing long rides indoors. I hope that helps. I hope that served you, and I'll talk to y'all later.